Welcome to another video where I'm going to be doing a full mock test. That's the 50 questions, giving you hints, tips, tricks along the way, and then doing a hazard perception mock test where it's the full 14 video clips. And I'm going to show you how to review it back and where you should be clicking, again, giving you hints, tips, and tricks along the way. So stay to the end of the video if you are struggling with your hazard perception. So let's waste no time. I'm going to be using the desktop app, which is Driving Test Success, otherwise known as the 4-in-1. So let's get started. So the first question, what restrictions apply if you're towing a trailer on a 3-lane motorway? If you're towing a trailer on a 3-lane motorway, you cannot go in the right-hand lane because you can't do top speeds. Remember, towing a trailer, you can only do 60 miles an hour, and it says motorway, the maximum speed is 70 miles an hour. So we're looking for something along those lines, cannot be in the right-hand lane. You must not use the right-hand lane, first one out. But remember, read all the other answers just in case there's a better answer or with more information. You must not exceed 50 miles an hour. You can because it's 60. You must not overtake, which you can. You must have stabilizer fitted. You don't have to. So let's move on. What would be affected if you're carrying a very heavy load on your vehicle? So if you're carrying heavy loads on your vehicle, it's going to be the handling of the vehicle. Just imagine you're carrying a heavy rucksack on your back. You're not going to be totally stable. So again, we're looking for something along those lines of vehicle handling. The vehicle's gearbox, no. The vehicle's battery, no. The vehicle's handling, yes. The vehicle's ventilation, no. Which vehicles are least likely to be affected by the cycling? If you get this question, make sure you read the question carefully. They can flip it and say which one's the most likely. This one's least likely. It's going to be a car is least likely. Most likely it's going to be a high side vehicle like a lorry or a bus. So cyclists, no. Cars, yes. Motorcyclists, no. And high side vehicle, that's like I said before, it's the most likely, not least likely for a high side vehicle. You're following a long vehicle approaching a crossroads. What should you do if a driver signals right but moves close to the left-hand curve? I'm struggling to get my words out. Let's read that again. You're following a long vehicle approaching a crossroads. What should you do if the driver signals right but moves close to the left-hand curb? With those type of things, it's going to be wait, be patient, something along those lines, especially with horses, cyclists, and long vehicles. Just be patient. Warn the driver about the wrong signal, no. Report the driver to the police, no, because he's doing nothing wrong. Overtake on the right-hand side, no. Wait behind the long vehicle, yep. Wait, be patient. And you're never in a rush on your driving test, by the way. Next. What does this curved arrow road marking mean? I always say look at the image, because sometimes there could be clues, what I call golden nuggets in there. So the arrow's facing left. These broken lines means you can overtake. So when you overtake, it's saying to you get back to the left when safe to do so. So the road ahead bends to the left. If you look at the image, it bends to the right, so that's not true. The road ahead has a camber to the left, no. Heavy vehicles should take the next road on the left to avoid the weight limit, no. Overtaking traffic should move back to the left, yes. Where should you avoid overtaking? There could be quite a few places on the real test that can give you. So let's just take a look what the option is for us on this test. Approaching a dip in a road. Yep, that's possible because you can't see what's on the other side. On the dual carriageway, you can overtake. Just after a bend. If it's after a bend, technically you're on a straight. So that's yes. In a one-way street, you can pass left or right. So it makes no difference. So that's going to be the option where you do not want to overtake. Your car requires an MOT certificate. When is it legal to drive it without an MOT certificate? When you're going directly to the appointment. The appointment has to be booked first, and then you're driving to the MOT center. When driving the car with the owner's permission, no. Up to 7 days after the old certificate has run out, no. When driving to an MOT center to arrange an appointment, that's a no, because it says you're driving to an MOT center to arrange the appointment. The appointment has to be arranged before you drive the car there. So be very careful. That's why I say read the questions and answers very, very carefully, because they're very subtle. When driving to an appointment at an MOT center, it's going to be this one, because it's already arranged. You're arriving to the appointment, not looking to arrange one. When should you update your vehicle registration certificate? When moving house, when you move, you always update the various organizations, your doctors, your banks, that type of thing. So you update the DVLA as well. So when you have a collision, no. When you move house, yep, change address. When you pass your driving test, no. When your vehicle needs an MOT, again, no. You're driving in freezing conditions, so it's freezing. What should you do as you approach a sharp bend? Brake gently or be very careful. Coasting to the bend. Coasting is a bad driving technique. Slow down gently. That's a possible. Apply your parking brake. You're never going to you're never going to apply your parking brake while you're driving, as in the car's in motion. And firmly use your foot. And then again, firmly, because it's freezing. Definitely not. You're going to go into a skid. What's the main benefit of driving four-wheel drive vehicle? Take note, like I said, sometimes it's golden nuggets in the question. It's got four-wheel drive. That's the key, four-wheel drive. Shorter stopping distance, that can't be possible. Improve passenger comfort, again, no. Lower fuel consumption, no. Improved grip on the road, because it's four wheels on the road makes it grip, hence why that's the clue, the golden nugget, and there's your answer. There's a link between the two. How much can stopping distance increase in icy conditions? It's 10 times. That's all you want to be looking for in this one. It's just 10 times more. Double in the wet, or 2 times. 3 times, no. 10 times, yes. Ice and snow. Don't have to go any further because there's not going to be a better answer than that. You're driving a car that has a diesel engine. What can a loose filler cap on your fuel tank cause? Right, that's just like being a water bottle. If you don't cork or tighten the cap on a water bottle, it will spill out. That's all it means. So it's a filler cap is where you put your diesel. You got to make sure it's fully locked so it doesn't spill out, because it can make the road slippery. It can improve vehicles' fuel consumption. No, it can make the road slippery for other road users. Yes, when you're going over speed humps, it will spill out, for example. It can make the engine difficult to start. No. It can increase the level of exhaust emissions. Again, no. You're driving on a clear night. Which light should you use if a national speed limit applies and there's a steady stream of oncoming traffic? I have got a light video on my question of on my channel on the playlist. I think it's the question of the week. So if you struggle with your lights on the cars, watch that video. And if you see my previous videos, if it's a bog standard light question, it's going to be dipped lights or headlights. They can word it either way. Dipped headlights and headlights are the same thing. You just drop the dipped, make it sound different. Fog lights, no. Side lights, no. Full beam headlights, no. Dipped headlights. It's a bog standard light question, so it's going to be dipped all day long. You're approaching an unmarked crossroads. There's no markings. How should you deal with a junction? Carefully, cautiously, depending what option they give us. Let's take a look. Slow down and keep to the right. That's no. Accelerate and keep to the middle. No. Accelerate and look to the left. It's a crossroads, so you need to look both ways, or 3 ways to be honest, because it's a crossroads. And slow down and look both ways. It's going to be this one. You're driving in fog. So the key word there's fog. Why should you keep well back from the vehicle in front? In case it breaks. In case it breaks. I'm struggling. In case it brake lights dazzle you. In case its brake lights dazzle you. Oh, wow. That's struggling with my dyslexia there. Yeah, if you struggle with reading, read the questions very carefully. As you can see, I'm struggling with this. It could be that one, so I'm going to mark that. In case its fog lights dazzle you. Okay. Could be that one as well. I'm going to change it to that one. In case it changes direction suddenly. No. In case it stops suddenly. Right. This is going to be the safest option, just in case it stops suddenly, because fog is going to take you harder or longer to work out if it's slowing down, because obviously fog's a mist. So in case it stops suddenly. What will happen if you hold the clutch pedal down or roll in neutral for too long? That's coasting, lack of control. It will improve tire wear. No. It will cause the engine to overheat. That's not going to happen. It will use more fuel. No. It will reduce your control. Yeah, coasting is a bad driving technique. For those of you that's doing manual, that is. What should you do if you have to make a journey in foggy conditions? So what should you have to do? Avoid using dipped headlights. You definitely need your dipped headlights on as well as your fog lights. Follow other vehicles' tail lights closely. No, that's from the previous question, so we know it's not going to be that. Leave plenty of time for journey. Yes, leave plenty of time for your journey because fog's a miss. People should be driving slower, which means it can take you longer to get to your destination. And keep 2 seconds behind the vehicle ahead. That's dry conditions, not fog conditions. Which lights should you switch on when daytime visibility is poor but not seriously reduced? Again, similar version to the question we had before. It's a bog standard light question, so it's going to be dipped headlights or headlights is what we're looking for. Dipped headlights first one. Now, again, we don't have to go any further on that because it's not going to be a better answer than that one. What could you do to help injured people at an incident? So what could you do to help? Give them a warm drink? Definitely not. Keep them warm and comfortable? That's a possibility. Give them something to eat? Definitely not. Keep them on the move by walking them around? Definitely not. So it's going to be that one. An injured person has been placed in the recovery position. They're unconscious but breathing normally. What else should be done? Place their arms by their side. They're in a recovery position, so that's no. Give them a hot sweet drink? Again, no. Press firmly between their shoulders? No. Check the airways remain open? Yeah, just make sure they haven't swallowed their tongue at any point. So make sure they keep breathing. You're driving on the motorway. What should you do if luggage falls from your vehicle? Pull up on the hard shoulder and make a phone call from the SOS funds is the ideal, but let's see what option they gave us. Walk back up the motorway to pick it up, no, that's dangerous. Pull up on the hard shoulder and wave traffic down, that's also dangerous. Stop at the next emergency telephone and report the incident, that's what you're looking for. Stop on the motorway and switch on hazard warning lights while you pick it up, again, dangerous. When should you use the left-hand lane of a motorway? You should use the left-hand lane for normal driving unless you are overtaking. When the road is clear, yeah, when the road is clear, that's what you want to be doing. When you're making a phone call, you know you shouldn't be using the phone while you're driving. When your vehicle breaks down, that's going to be the hard shoulder, not the left-hand lane. When you're overtaking slower traffic in other lanes. When you're overtaking slower traffic in other lanes. When should you? Should is law, so you should be staying left when possible when the road ahead is clear, so it's going to be that one. On a 3-lane motorway, which lane should you use if there's no traffic ahead? So that's just like the previous question, word is slightly different, and it's the left-hand lane. Stay left when possible. Center, no. Right, no. Left, yes. And either right or center, no. You're on a smart motorway. What does it mean when a red X is displayed above the hard shoulder? If a red X is displayed above the hard shoulder, it means you cannot and should not use it. This lane can be used if you need a rest. No. You must not travel in this lane. Yes. Pull up in this lane to answer your mobile phone. No. Use this lane as a running lane. If it was a 50 over the hard shoulder, you can use it as a running lane. But in this case, it's an X, so you mustn't use it. A cycle lane marked by a solid white line is in operation. What does this mean for car drivers? So again, look at the image. A solid line, there's no times, so it means you must not use it at any point. They may park in the lane. No. They mustn't drive along the lane. It's where it's worded, but that sounds the best one. They may drive in the lane at any time. No. They may use the lane when necessary. Again, no. You're driving on a road that has a cycle lane. What does it mean if a line is marked by a broken white line? So the previous question was a solid white line. So you cannot drive in it because no times. This one means you can go in there if it's unavoidable. So there's a reduced speed limit for motor vehicles using this lane. No. Cyclists can travel in both directions in the lane. No. The lane must be used by motorcyclists in heavy traffic. No. You shouldn't drive in the lane unless it's unavoidable, which is this one. So it's broken. You can use it if it's unavoidable. Other than direction indicators, how can you give signals to other road users? That's your brake lights. Brake light says you're slowing down. So you've got your hand signals, signals on the car, which is obviously turn left, turn right, or park up on the left, park up on the right. And brake light says you're slowing down or pulling up on the left, which is a common term they like to use. So by using interior lights, no. By using side lights, no, because that's parking lights. By using brake lights, yes, says you're slowing down. By using fog lights, no. Where should you park your vehicle at night? In a quiet road, that's what the thief wants. A quiet road, so it won't be disturbed as a break-in. Near a police station, not everybody can park near a police station. On a red route, no. In a well-lit area, so you want it in a well-lit area, so if someone tries to break in, makes noise, they can be spotted from a distance. Why do motorcyclists use dipped headlights in daylight? Well, the reason for anyone using lights is so they could be seen and to see clearly. So it's going to be along those lines. The rider is inviting you to proceed. No. To improve the rider's vision. No. To stop the battery overcharging. No. So that the rider can be seen more easily. That's the reason why anybody uses their lights. You want to turn right from a junction. What should you do if your view is restricted by parked vehicles? Now, this one, if your view is restricted, they can give you the option of normally use reflections or listen, and that's what you do in real life as well. When I'm on a driving lesson, I say use reflections. The people look at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, looking shop windows, house windows, reflections, looking cars, paintwork, especially if it's nighttime. And then this time of year, when this has been filmed in the summer months, the windows down, so you can hear motorbikes, lorries rumbling down the road. So stop, get out and look along the main road. No, because by the time you get in, it's going to change. Sound your horn and pull out if there's no reply. No, stop, then move forward slowly until you have a clear view. That's possible. Have a clear view. That's what we call peep and creep, and move out quickly. Once you've got a quick clean answer, it's going to be wrong, but be prepared to stop. No. You want to turn right from a main road into a side road. What should you do just before turning? You want to turn right from a main road into a side road. So you're on the main road. Right, check for traffic overtaking on the right. Yeah, you're turning right. It's got right in the answer. So we click that for possible. Stop and set the parking brake. You don't have to do that. Select first gear. That's not a generic answer because if you're driving an automatic, that ain't going to happen. And cancel your right turn signal, which makes no sense. You're approaching a roundabout. What should you do if there are horses being ridden in front of you? Slow down is the key to kill the noise of the engine so you're not spooking the horses. And the other option could give them plenty of room so they can give you two choices. But like I said, it's always with horses, cyclists, it's always going to be slow down, be patient, give them plenty of space or plenty of room. Treat them like any other vehicle, definitely not. Give them plenty of room. There's your option. Accelerate passes. Once you got accelerate pass quickly, you're going to spook the horses, so it's no. And sound your horn, it's going to spook the horse as well, so it's no. So in this case, it's give them plenty of room. How should you dispose of a used vehicle battery? Council, local authority site, recycling site, they would dispose of it properly. Don't put it in your bins. Don't bury it because children may be playing and come across it. So leave it on wasteland. No. Bury it in your garden. No. Take it to the local authority disposal site. Yeah, they would dispose of it properly and put it in the dustbin. Definitely not. What's the purpose of a catalytic converter? This is something that's on the exhaust that just cleans up all the emissions before it spits it out in the atmosphere. So you're looking for something along the line of clean exhaust fumes, clean exhaust gases, something along the line. Something that suggests clean. That's the main thing. They always give you one that suggests the emissions coming out is going to be clean. That's the one you want to go for. To reduce fuel consumption, no. To reduce engine wear, no. To reduce the risk of fire, no. To reduce harmful exhaust gases, yes. How can driving in a fuel-efficient manner help protect the environment? Through increased fuel bills, no. By reducing exhaust emissions, yep, because you're driving fuel efficient, which means you're not driving 2-3 miles down the road in second gear, for example, when you could be in third. So it's going to be that one. By increasing the number of cars on the road, no. Through the legal enforcement of speed regulations, no. What should you remove from your car before leaving it unattended? This will be normally your vehicle registration document or V5C document, because remember it has the legal owner's details on there. So people, if they get their hands on it, they can change your name to their name and lay claim to your car. So it's your vehicle registration document or the V5C document. They can word it either way. So just read the question again. What should you remove from your car before leaving it unattended? The vehicle registration document. You should never really carry it around with you unless it's necessary. Once you get your car and get that document, leave it at home somewhere safe. The service record, leave it in the car. Owner's manual, leave it in the car. The car dealer's details, then you don't have to carry that around with you. If you're involved in a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury? A properly adjusted head restraint. That's what it's for. It's to stop you from getting neck injuries and whiplash. An air sprung seat, no. A collapsible steering wheel, no. Anti-lock brakes, no. Some two-way roads are divided into 3 lanes. Why are they particularly dangerous? This is being phased out. I've not seen one for years and years and years. So it's 3 lanes. And you got one going up on the left, one going down on the far right. The middle one could be used for overtaking vehicles in both directions. That's why it's dangerous. So we're looking for something along the lines of cars can use the middle lane. Traffic uses the middle lane for emergencies only. It's got middle lane, but it says emergencies only. No. Traffic in both directions can use the middle lane to overtake. Yep. Traffic can travel fast in poor weather conditions. No. Traffic can overtake on the left. No. What must you do if poor health affects your driving? What you need to do is inform the DVLA. If your health changes in any shape or form, you need to notify the DVLA. They may put restrictions on your license or they may revoke your license. That's what we're looking for, the licensing authority of the DVLA. So just read that question again. What must you do if your poor health affects your driving? Inform your local police? No. Avoid using motorways? No. Inform the licensing authority? Yes, that'd be the DVLA. Always drive accompanied? No. What should you do if you start to feel drowsy while you're driving the motorway? Slow down and let other drivers overtake. That's dangerous. Stop on the hard shoulder for a sleep. You're not allowed on the hard shoulder unless it's an emergency, and feeling drowsy is not an emergency. Speed up to arrive at your destination sooner. Again, that's dangerous. Open a window and stop as soon. And the key word there is as it's safe and legal. So you're looking at a service station there. So it's going to be that answer. What might you expect to happen in this situation? So look at the image. Again, you've got the left lane open, right lane's closed off, and it's in 800 yards. So traffic will move into the right-hand lane. No, because the right-hand lane's closed off. Traffic won't need to change position. Yes, they will, because the right-hand lane's closed off. Traffic speed will increase. Definitely, it's going to reduce. And traffic will move into the left-hand lane at some point. Yes. Which type of glasses would make driving at night more difficult? With this one, you've got half moon, round, tinted. They can use sunglasses as the other option. So if it's tinted or sunglasses is the 2 options you're looking for. In this case, it's tinted. So that's the answer is going to be. And bifocals, no. What messages are given by circular traffic signs that have a blue background? Blue circle signs are mandatory. So you're looking for mandatory. They give directions to car parks. No. They give mandatory instructions. Yes. They give temporary directions during a diversion. No. They give motorway information. Motorway information is a blue rectangle. So that's a no. What shape are traffic signs giving orders? 95% of red circles are no. So red circles are orders. So we're looking at the image. A, B, that's C's warnings, and D is your orders. Just double check to make sure it was orders. Yep, there's going to be D. Which diagram shows a hazard warning line, not light, or warning line? So A, be careful. C and D you can get rid of because they're yellow, they're parking restrictions. Now A and B looks very similar. Notice A is short gaps, long lines. That's your hazard line. B is big gaps, short lines, and that's your center line. So we're looking for A for hazard warning lines. What does this sign mean? This means park and ride. So what you do is you drive to the car park, park up your car, jump on the coach, and the coach will take you to the town centre. So it's park and ride. So you jump on the coach, so it reduces traffic congestion and it eases emissions in the town centre. So direction to bus and coach park, no. Parking area for cars and coaches, no. No parking for buses or coaches, no. Direction to park and ride car park, yes. Why should you make sure that your indicators are cancelled after turning at a junction? To avoid dazzling other road users, no. To avoid flattening the battery, no. To avoid misleading other road users, yes. Because if you turn left, does it say? It just says turning. If you turn, leave your indicators on, then it could mean that you're parking up as well after you've turned the junction. So make sure you cancel. And if you are parking up afterwards, reapply it. To avoid damage to the indicator relay, no. Right, these are case studies. So let me just read the question. What does, make sure you can see that first. Right, what do the lines along the center of the road mean? So I'm not going to play the video because you can see the lines here. Again, long lines, small gaps. These are hazard lines. And if you look in the image in the distance, you've got the bend. So it's telling me there's a bend coming up. That's what the hazard is. So what do the lines along the center of the road mean? No overtaking, no. They mark the center of the road, no. There's a hazard ahead, yes, which is the bend. Let's see what the question is. You want to overtake the tractor, what should you do? So again, the tractor's on a single track road approaching the bend. So what should you do? Stay behind and wait until you have a clear view. Yes, that's the safest option. So the bit after the bend. Speed up and overtake before you get to the bend. Definitely not. Overtake straight after the oncoming car passes. No. Sound your horn and make the tractor pull over. You're making the tractor pull over for no reason. And the answer is no. And let's see what the last question is. Why has the tractor got flashing amber light? Amber lights, you probably can't see it from here, but like I said, I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to stretch this video out. Amber lights are slow moving, tractors are slow moving. That's why it's got the amber light on. To warn it has a wide load, no. To warn you it's breaking down, no. To warn you it's a slow moving vehicle, yes. To tell you not to overtake again, no. So that's the last one. Let's take a look at what we got. 50 completed in test. And there you have it. So 50 out of 50 on that one. Hopefully you got some benefit from that. So with your mock test, I definitely read all the questions carefully. Like I did, there was a couple of them that was a bit dodgy, especially with my dyslexia kicking in. And then some answers were similar. Again, read the answers carefully. Sometimes go back to see if the answer makes sense with the questions. Don't just read the question, answer, move on. And remember, you can always flag and then go back when you've got more time to revisit that question. So hopefully you got some benefit from that. I'm now going to do a mock test, but I'm going to use the app version. So I've done the questions on the desktop. I'm now going to jump onto the app on my iPad and do it there because the videos are slightly clearer and see if I can get a decent score. So I'll see you over on my iPad. So welcome to the iPad version of the 4-in-1 driving test success. So I'm going to do the hazard perception as a mock test. And then I'm going to show you how to review some of the video clips back. And some of you are still struggling with the hazard perception. And I don't believe that you guys are reviewing where you should be clicking and what you should be clicking on. So as you can see, it says you've got 14 video clips. One of them has a developing hazard, where there's 2 hazards on there. So you can score a maximum of 10. And 13 of them has single hazards. You're looking for anything that's going to cause you to slow down or change direction. If you're driving live in that video, that's the equivalent of you checking the mirrors. So those of you doing a driving test, what you should be is probably when you see a problem, i.e. zebra crossing, for example, someone looking to cross a zebra crossing, you check your main mirror. If you're going to move left or right, you should be checking the equivalent of the wing mirror. So I will repeat, the click is representing you checking the mirror. So you see a problem, you click. I would suggest you go for a 2-click method. As I'm doing this, I am going to be doing a commentary drive. So I'm going to tell you what I'm looking at so you get an idea of how far on the video I am actually looking and when I'm clicking. And then we review our score. Hopefully I'll pass it. My results in terms of doing the hazard perception videos isn't the best, but I think my app is slightly out of sync. But hey, we'll see how it goes. So let's start. So these are real life clips. So again, you're looking well ahead to see if anything's happening. And at the moment, there is nothing going on. So I'm looking well ahead to past the van on the right. In the distance, there's a van sticking out and I can't see, so I'm going to click. That was late. My pen wasn't working. So that was late. My pencil, just show you, that wasn't working. I don't think it was synced with the iPad at that point, but never mind. I got another 13 videos to boost my score. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to edit anything out because I want you guys to understand you can still pass with getting a few low scores as well to start off with. Again, around the bend I can't see, so I'm just going to click on that. So it tells me slow. Ask yourself, why is it saying slow? So look into the bend. And I still can't see anything. There's a bend coming up. I can't see around the bend, so I'm gonna keep looking, keep looking. There's a glare there. Sunshine, still can't see anything. Has me worried, then it slowed down to turn right and I thought I missed something. So it's a country lane again. I'm looking to the bend, but that glare from the sun is really putting me off here. I'm gonna click here because I can't see. That glare is really off-putting. I can't see around the bend, so I'm gonna click. So it's the pedestrians. With a bend, you should always like kind of click and think, what if something's there? Right, so looking well ahead onto the roundabout. And looking into the roundabout. Like a speed limit there, 40 miles an hour. Then looking well ahead. I'm looking where the blue sign is and slightly beyond. Still can't see anything going on. Again, looking well ahead, well ahead. Again, another roundabout. Roadworks. Right, that lorry in the distance to my left. I'm going to click one more just to make sure. So that's the one that's caused me the problem. Right, another real life clip. When you do your test, it will be real life clip. Sorry, not real life clip, CGI. So it's going to be a lot clearer than what you're seeing here on my screen at the moment. Again, there's something going on up there, so I'm going to click. So I can't work out. I never try to work out, just problem mirror, problem mirror. Again, I'm going to click again. It's got to be the code, surely. So yeah, never try to work with in this. I'm talking about more real life driving. When you're having your driving lessons, don't try to work out the problem. As soon as you see a problem, just check your mirror, and then you can use the brake, slow down, gives you thinking time. Give way sign. Remember, this one could be with the one with the double, so you've got to keep clicking if there's any more hazards coming up. And again, looking way in the distance. Nothing going on there. Right, so it says slow on the floor. Ask yourself why. So look in the distance. Why is it telling me slow on the floor? Right, the road narrows. Cars parked up on left, coach coming towards me. I'm going to click again. My pen's not responding. Right, go speed limits change to 20 miles an hour. Look in the distance, slow on the floor. High vis to my left. Again, I'm going to click again. I wonder if that's a double one. Well, we should find out at the end. So again, looking way ahead, people crossing the road, cars just went in front of me. Lights are red. So clip 6, feels like I've done about 10 at the moment. Right, so looking ahead to my left, the left lane's closed off. So at some point, that bike is going to come in because it's still in the left-hand lane. So I'm keeping my eye on the car in front and the bike to my left. Again, there's another sign repeating the sign, so I'm going to click there. Click again, there's his indicator. And then click again. So that's the one that's caused me to slow down because these brake lights came in front of me. much more's going on. And some of you are still asking me how many times you can click per video, how much clicks you're allowed, all the rest of it. Just click on problems that exist. That's all you want to be doing. Don't count your clicks. You should not be doing that. Card to my left may come out to give way. Just click on problems. If you click on things that exist, there's never going to be too many clicks. But if you click on stuff that don't exist, like if I click now, there's nothing going on, then I could add up to too many clicks. Roundabout, just checking. No one's there. Checking to my right, checking to my left. Cars in front of me may not stop, just in case. Coming off. Cars parked up on the left. Can't be a meter from the left if cars are parked up. And scanning from left to right, right to left. Car. Oh, I think I missed that one with a door open. Right in the shadows, man. I couldn't see it. Again, this is a CGI one, so slightly clearer. So again, I'm scanning from left to right, right to left, from pavement to pavement. When you're driving, that's what you should be doing, just scanning from pavement to pavement. Remember, road signs are on the pavement. So I'm looking ahead. I'm looking where the white van is on my right, and then working my way back. Again, looking left to right, right to left. The women walking while they're going to cross. And the answer is yes. And that's why you check pavement to pavement when you are doing your hazard perceptions, and when you're driving in real life as well, to be honest. You're just perfecting your skill. I can't see around the bend, so I'm just going to add in what if something's around there. Going back to the real life clips, again, looking well ahead into the bend. And nothing's going at the moment, it's all clear. Again, still clear, still looking from bush to bush, to be honest, from left to right, right to left. All right, cars are coming towards me, he's flashing his lights. So why is he flashing his lights? Oh, accident. Again, I'm just going to go again in terms of clicking. Remember, flashing of the lights means warning of his presence. So he's warning me that he was there, but obviously he's trying to let me know there's something else going on. So again, just be aware. So like I said, look for clues in the videos as well when certain things are happening, i.e. change the speed limit, says slow on the floor. Sometimes there's a reason why. Real life clips, they're mostly real life clips, which is hard to see. Right, I'm looking way up the hill, to be honest. Cars parked up on the left. Tight space. I think that was late as well. To be honest, with the more I do these hazard perception clips for the videos, I can see why you guys are actually struggling, because it's hard to see the stuff. Again, cars parked up. Can't be a meter from the left, if that's why I'm clicking, because the car's parked up. Check my right door mirror to move away from there. Again, looking in the distance. Got a roundabout coming. Nothing coming from the right. Yeah, I could really see why you guys are struggling, because I'm struggling. The video clips aren't the best. But the one thing you will, like I said, the advantage is that you will get CGIs on the real test. And it's on a bigger screen because you're doing it on a monitor kind of thing. Card may come out. Again, car's parked up. I can't be a meter from the curb if he's parked up. Again, looking way, way ahead. And then working my way back. Zebra crossing, but nobody's there. Another zebra crossing, so let me click on that. And the car's parked up. So that probably is the hazard. 12 of 14. So I'm trying to look beyond this road maintenance vehicle down the side so I got better view. So don't just watch the vehicle, try to see down the sides of reflections and anything else that you can see. And again, I'm talking about real life driving as well as the video clips. And looking beyond, looking way beyond him. See if anything's coming. He's got brake lights on for some reason. That's a speed hump. Again, try to look beyond him. Cyclist. I'm going to go for one more just in case. Let me go for two more just to make sure. Again, remember, keep clicking. You don't know if you should double. If there's anything more, school sign, triangle, warnings, 13 or 14. Ugh, real life. Okay, looking ahead, I'm in the right-hand lane. Should be left when possible, hey? Got learner to the left. Remember, you want to scan from left to right, right to left, and also watch the learner just in case it changes lanes. Again, we got to change. Triangle traffic lights are coming up. Roundabouts coming up. Don't see any issues. All that car's shifting. The car in the left-hand lane shifted to the left. So he could be a problem because he's swerving at the moment. Right, roundabout's coming. Nobody's coming from my right. All that car's shifting. It keeps changing lanes. Let me do it again. Look, he's in my lane now. He needs to show some lane discipline. Right, again, I'm in the right-hand lane. Should be left when possible. There's a car turning right up ahead. It's going to cause people to slow down or change direction. Then looking way ahead, there's cars parked up. The car is signaling to come in my lane. And again, looking ahead. Cars are braking in front of me. Again, just at this point where it's sitting at a red light, and this is for real life driving as well, stay switched on. Don't go to sleep at this point. Again, looking ahead. He's turning right, so it may cause me to slow down. There is a right turn lane only, so that's fine. 60, I think that's my highest score yet. So at this point, what you want to do, if you've done a mock test on your app, what you want to do now, obviously I got 60, I passed. Don't just say to yourself, right, I got 60, I passed, I'm fine. What you want to do now is see if you can improve, because maybe it's at 75. I'm not saying you're going to get 75 out of 75, but you're always looking for improvement. Even if you get 46, 47, 48 on your mock test, 50 questions, ask yourself why you didn't get the magical 50. Because if you aim high and you fall short on the day, at least you should be falling over the line rather than falling behind the line, in other words, failing. So let's take a look at my video clips. What you want to do is isolate anything 3 and under, because remember, you need 3 across the board to pass your hazard perception. So you have to average at least a 3 on every clip. That's what you want to look for and see if you can improve. So let's see if I got anything under 3 on my video clips. I'll see you back on the iPad. So here's my scores at the moment. So the first one, 2, 5, 5, 6 on my double, 5, scored a 1. So what I want to do is isolate the ones with a 2. So let's take a look at the 2 and see how I could improve on this. Let's just speed it up to save time for the video. Yeah, I think this is the first clip. My pen didn't connect on the iPad. That's where they're saying I should have clicked. Let me just rewind that back for you guys. That's where they're saying I should have clicked, but I clicked later on. I think I did click about there, but my pen didn't register. And that's why it's never too late. As much as my pen didn't register, I still clicked and clicked to make sure it did register. Scores, they will all add up. Your 2s, your 1s will all add up. So don't be afraid to click. Sometimes in the classroom, my people says, oh, I've missed it. But how do you know if you missed it? You definitely missed it if you haven't clicked. So don't be afraid to click because you never know. All right, so I got 6 on my double. Ideally, you want an 8 on your double. So let's see what combination I got. Let me just speed it up for the video. So the car's parked up on the left. Space is narrow. So yeah, that was a little bit late. So that's a 3, looks like I got. So which means on the next hazard, I got a 3 as well. I'm still averaging my 3s, but ideally you want a 8 or a 9. That brings the average up just in case. See, that click was too early. If you look here, that click was literally a fraction too early. That's a 5, and that's a 3 on the previous. That would have been an 8. And that's why you go for 2 clicks. That's a prime example. Let me just get that one back. Look how early, just literally a fraction too early. Literally a fraction, but the second click dropped in the 3. Fine, I still got a score, and that's all it's about. Click 1, 2, click again, just to make sure you get that score. I got a 1 on this one. Let's speed it up. So cars are parked up on the left. It's a tight space. Oh, the person with the door, that's right. Yeah, I didn't see that until because it's right in the shade. Look at the shade of the shadows. Hard to see. I'm pausing this so you guys can see that. So it's hard to see. I got 1. Again, the 1 still adds up to building a score. I think that was my last low score. So that's how you review it back. If you are really struggling with your hazard perception, what you want to do is do the clips individually. Just do one at a time, review, one at a time, review, rather than do a full mock test. And then when you're comfortable, then do your full mock test and see how you go from there. So hopefully you got some value from that. If you did, definitely comment below. Let me know how you got on, and definitely subscribe to the channel to help it grow so other people can see it and pass their theory test and get onto their passing their driving test. YouTube's going to show you a video here. I'm going to show you a video here. Go off and watch which one's relevant to you, and I'll catch you in the next video.